Things were unusually quiet on the trading floors in Tokyo and Sydney. You could feel the tension. The Nikkei 225, which is like a report card for Japan's biggest companies, went down. Not many people were buying or selling, which is worrying. Australia's ASX 200 did the same thing. Investors were nervous. Usually the end of the year is a happy time, but not this year. Things felt uncertain. Traders, who are usually loud and busy, were talking very quietly. Meanwhile, things were different in China. The markets in Shanghai and Shenzhen went up. Companies that make things with artificial intelligence or AI did especially well. It was a good sign in a time of worry. Experts were hopeful, but still careful. China's economy is getting better, but slowly, and that gave everyone a little bit of hope. The whole world was watching, hoping for things to get steadier. Something very sad happened in South Korea on Sunday. A Jeju airplane crashed. This was shocking news for the whole country. On Monday, the stock market reacted quickly. Jeju Air's stock price dropped a lot. The stock price of their parent company, Alaska Holdings Inc., also went down. The crash reminded everyone how quickly things can change, both in life and in the markets. The US Treasury 10-year yield, which is like a thermometer for how investors are feeling, went up. It was almost at its highest point since May. This shows that investors are getting worried. The Federal Reserve, which is like a bank for banks in the US, said they might not lower interest rates as much as people thought in 2025. This made the markets nervous. But there was some good news for Australia. The Australian dollar went up compared to other important currencies. This happened because the price of iron ore, which Australia sells to other countries, went up. This was a good bit of news in a time of worry. Oil prices, however, didn't change much. Everyone is watching to see what will happen with oil in 2025. The Middle East, which can be unpredictable, made things even more uncertain. 2024 has been a roller coaster for Asian markets. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index, which measures how the whole region is doing, was set to go up by 7.5%. But the last day of trading was very tense. The gains were mostly because it was easier to borrow money and because of the AI boom. But worries about trade, world events, and rising interest rates made things uncertain. Experts didn't agree on what would happen next. Some, like Tim Waterer from Coal Capital Markets, thought investors were worried about trade in 2025. Others, like Mei Lin, a portfolio manager in Hong Kong, were carefully hopeful about China getting better. Kenny Polcari from Slatestone Wealth warned everyone to be careful. "It's a short week because of the holidays," he said, "so don't make any big decisions based on low trading volume." People on the quiet trading floors listened carefully to his advice. As the day ended, things calmed down a bit in the markets. The initial panic was gone, but everyone was still tense. Was this just a short break? Or was it the calm before a storm? Traders, looking tired and worried, started to go home. They had made it through 2024, but it looked like 2025 would be just as challenging. 2025 could be good or bad. What central banks do, how international trade goes, and what happens with AI are all big questions. For now, everyone is waiting to see what will happen. The Asian markets, like the rest of the world, are at a crossroads. No one knows exactly what will happen next, but one thing is for sure, the roller coaster ride isn't over yet.